Welcome to another episode of the Lovers and Things podcast.
Where your favorite couple's favorite couple
Talks about the things they love. I'm Lex.
And I'm Greg.
And welcome to another episode, guys.
Yeah, welcome. Why did you take off? I thought you were going to take off on a vocality.
What do you mean?
You normally be like going,
I know, but like last week it was a problem. So I was like, look, let me step back. Let me provide space for other people to shine.
Oh, other people. See that? That's passive aggressiveness 101, y'all. Other people. She talking about me.
I wanted to even the playing field a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, welcome back, guys.
The tension
The
between
tension.
two talents, two rising stars meeting at a point. It is just like, it's just dukes, like we're just bumping heads.
We're duking it out. Is that what the term is? We're duking it out?
Yeah, two superstars in one room,
Woo!
Can get out of control.
Astronomical collision of sorts.
Yeah. But,
Wow.
we're, at the end of the day, we're partners in this.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
There's no, leading star here.
No. I'm weak. No, absolutely. We're partners in life and on this podcast.
Of course.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, hello. Welcome. You guys are getting a good look into the BTS of Lovers and Things.
Yeah, a lot of tension. Who's the superstar in this?
Oh my gosh, we're both superstars.
Cast your votes in.
Not cast your votes. Is there
Pick
going to
your
be a
favorites.
poll? No. We are not dividing the fandom this way. We are a couple. We are a group. We are your favorite's couple's favorite couple for a reason.
We're your favorite couple.
We're a unit.
Favorite couple.
Exactly.
There you go.
We're a unit.
We've settled that.
It's decided.
Don't come back in 10 years with a Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp talking about how you had this beef with me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
No, we've
Fair.
signed NDAs.
Ooh.
Well, welcome, guys, to another episode.
Yeah, we digress.
We
just got carried away there.
But you guys know the vibes. We're here for another episode and excited to kick it off.
Yes, you're back from some travels, a lot going on.
Back for some birthday travels.
Yeah, but before we get into that, how have you been since you've been back?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been good. My birthday trip was very relaxing. I got to spend it with my bestie cousin, which was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in very good spirits. I have to say, I went to Arizona, you guys. So that's one thing. Which is a different climate than here in New Jersey. So I was able to soak up some sun and I just feel so much more like myself.
Yeah.
I think because I'm a Florida girl and I'm used to the sun being out all the time and just being in the world that way.
Yeah.
I felt good coming back. So I'm doing well. How about you,
Good,
love?
Good. I'm good. I'm still coming back down from that recent discovery that we had in the house.
Oh, that was a big one.
I was in the living room.
Yeah.
You were upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard you very vividly.
Oh my God.
And I was like, wait, is there a echo in the house, a reverb, like a sound channel of some sort?
Yeah.
And I think through the vents, I heard you very clearly. It's
I don't
almost
love
like you were
that.
in the room.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
I don't love that. And I'll tell you guys why I don't love that. I don't love that because we host often. And when we host, the guests are always more than likely on the first floor and in the basement.
Yeah.
The upstairs is pretty much our oasis unless we have overflow and there's another bedroom up there. But so to think that you can hear what's happening upstairs, downstairs, and below, it's crazy to me.
It was like, wow, I hear you very clearly. And we had to run through a test. I was like, look, we got to see how low does your voice need to be until I can't hear you.
It's so funny. Greg's like, whisper. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
He's like, can you whisper up there? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And then you started saying stuff. And I was like, go lower. Until I couldn't hear you. And then would you say that the level at which you had to be for me to not hear you?
Yeah.
Was an acceptable whisper, or was it too low, or was it a comfortable whisper?
It's a comfortable whisper. Like if we were in each other's faces and we had to whisper, like it was a secret, we could do it.
Like pillow talk.
Pillow talk
is safe.
Yeah. Okay. But I just feel like we be loud. Like we talk loud. So
is that your way of saying I be loud?
No, me.
I be loud.
Think
I
so?
don't whisper well.
Oh. This is a discovery for me.
What do you mean? You always be getting mad at me when I'm whispering, and you're like, "Keep it down."
Oh yeah, that's true. Loud. No, that's because you're energetic. I think you can whisper, but when you're passionate about something, all bets are off. Like you just go for it.
And, it's quite the opposite, honestly. This is a moment,
Yeah.
an honesty moment. It's
No.
quite the opposite in restaurants.
What do you mean?
You're the loud one in
Oh
restaurants.
yeah, I'm loud. I feel like I just, when I'm out in public, you see me. You know what I mean?
They hear
Like,
you too.
you see me, you hear me. I'm here.
You hear? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like that. I'm
You don't
not.
like me being loud?
I like to like across the table. I feel like people be nosy, and honestly
Come on in.
we don't have outside talk.
Well, yeah, we talk like we always talk.
Exactly. That's why we had to whisper.
Wow. Well, I guess 13 years into the relationship. It's
Uh-huh.
good to know this now.
I mean,
So
I've been saying it, babe. I've been saying it. But yeah, I don't know. We roll with it. It's fine at the
it's so
ultimately,
funny.
but it is like, in the house,
Yeah.
I'm the loud one. Out the house,
I'm
you're
the
the loud
loud
one.
one. I would agree with
Balance.
that, and that's why we together.
That's why we
It
together.
evens the playing field, yin and
Yeah.
yang. I love that for us.
I love that.
But it's a good thing to note for you guys who
Oh yeah.
have guests a lot. Do a little check. See what your whispers levels is looking like. What are your
Mhm.
whisper levels
Mhm.
really looking like? You think you quiet or you not quiet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got to figure that out.
Like
for
an
yourself.
acoustic check.
Ooh.
Have an acoustic check in your house. This is a
Do
bit
that.
of lovers and things.
Yeah.
Consumer advice.
I love that.
An acoustic check.
An acoustic
Corners
check.
of your house, whisper, say
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Make sure, where can you hear, where are there pockets of sound traveling?
That is a very good idea, McGee.
Yep, because right out that vent, that thing
Yeah.
was like a little megaphone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, now that we know.
Now you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But that was fun. That was fun. And I missed the house while I was gone, by the
Mm.
way. Like when I came back, I was like, oh, this is home.
It's great, right?
Like it's fun like going on vacation and, laying in the crisp sheets of a hotel,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. But it's nothing like home.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like, especially this past weekend where it was
Yeah.
like super sunny and you had all the windows open. Well, I had all the windows open and was cleaning up around the house, and it was just like, you're just like, oh, this is so peaceful,
Yeah.
just like chilling in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. We got a good one.
We
So I'm
do.
glad you're enjoying that.
Yeah. What were you doing while I was gone? I always
Oh,
wonder how life is when I'm gone because I wasn't gone long, guys. I was only gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and came back Sunday. But during that time, I'm like, I wonder what Greg be doing,
yeah.
because we do so much
Yeah,
together.
it's like a slow but immediate decay of
No,
me as
not okay.
a respectable human.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just crawl into troll mode.
Okay.
I'm in the corner of the house, other than the daytime when the windows are open, at night it's just dark and
Oh,
and drafty in the house,
not
and
drafty.
I'm just huddled in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not becoming of me.
I don't believe it. I don't. The one thing about it is though, when I'm gone, I always like to check the Ring camera
Oh boy.
because I still get notifications of like when you get deliveries and stuff.
Oh,
And so one day you were coming back with Kava, and I'm like, huh, Kava, eh?
And you say that on the Ring.
Yeah, I call into the Ring to be like, what you doing?
I got a pita in my mouth. I'm like, I couldn't wait to get in the house. I got a pita in my mouth, and Lex is on the Ring. Oh, Kava today, huh?
What you got?
And I'm like, yes, Kava.
It's the best part of having a Ring. It's like just seeing the goings on. And you do the same thing for me when I'm at work, though. You be peeping for my deliveries, and I don't appreciate that.
Oh well, the Amazon packages that arrive at the front of this house, it's out of control.
I actually, full transparency, I gotta cut back.
Or do
I gotta cut back.
what do they call it, Amazon Day?
What is Amazon Day?
You don't even know this.
What is this?
Because every day is the delivery.
Yeah, like when I want something,
Amazon
I buy it.
Day is when you like this ad it, you buy it and it says
Mm-hmm.
deliver on my Amazon Day.
Oh,
and
I
they just do one
see.
big delivery drop every
Oh,
day.
so you can select your Amazon
Yeah,
Day.
and they give you like movie credits for that. They give you
Oh,
movie credits for doing that.
oh, that's good to know. I've been ordering a lot off of Amazon for things that I need,
Yeah.
but I wish I knew I needed all of that stuff at once. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I thought about it so I could order it all in one go, but that's
Yeah.
what the Amazon Day is for.
Amazon Day is for that.
Oh, so clever.
What I've resorted to is I just leave it in a cart
Mm-hmm.
because there is so much stuff that I buy
Yeah.
that quite frankly I didn't need. Like there's so much
Like
stuff I was
what?
buying. Oh, like I just bought a hand. See, I shouldn't have bought this, but I bought like a hand strength
I saw
workout
them in your
thing?
office and I didn't want to ask questions. You let the man do what the man won't do.
Because I was scrolling on Instagram or something or
Mm-hmm.
TikTok and I saw like they had this grip test.
Oh.
And then I'm like, I wanna beat a grip test if I ever get
Oh,
confronted with a
wow.
grip test.
Because you never know.
You never know.
You never
Stay
know.
ready so you get ready.
Period.
So I bought a hand strength
Oh,
increaser.
wow. I mean, I love that for you.
Why? I don't need this.
I love that for
It's
you.
ridiculous.
Listen, sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
It's out of control. So therefore, I leave it in the cart, and then I'll just once my cart's pretty full, I go in and I'm like, all right, do I really need this humidifier? Do I
Mm-hmm.
really need this toothbrush? This mechanized toothbrush. Do I
Mm-hmm.
really need, this banner of something like all these things that I'm buying on Amazon?
Yeah.
Half of them I don't need.
That's such an interesting concept. Yeah, I'm with you. Now that I know about the Amazon Day, I think I'll definitely make that a thing. And I think for me, what I get caught up in is the fact that Amazon has such an easy return policy that I feel like if I don't need it and if I don't like it, I will just return it anyway.
Yeah,
Like Amazon makes it too easy. They make it too
but you
easy.
gotta go to Whole Foods.
I don't mind going to Whole Foods. I usually get a little
Don't mind going, but you
kombucha
don't
and a
mind going to Whole
gluten-free
Foods.
cookie, and then I'm good to go. It's an
It's out of
experience.
control, y'all.
It's an experience.
It's out of control.
Anyway.
But tell me about your birthday, because
Oh, it was
let's start at
fun.
the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
When we did a
yes.
thing together.
Because yeah, at the last episode, it was the day before, couple days before my birthday. That is right. So for my actual birthday with you, what we
Yes.
did was go to a seafood restaurant. And if anyone knows me, seafood is my thing. If you want me to be a happy woman, and this is why my husband knows me, you take me to get seafood.
Get some
I'm simple.
seafood, a lobster, a
Listen.
shrimp, a 3,
Oh,
crab cake,
crab cake,
clam chowder, any of the
lobster,
a crab boil,
the
the shaking crabs,
shaking crab, the juicy crab,
juicy crab,
cooking reel,
boil.
the boil. We've been to them all multiple times, which makes it probably
So
difficult to
crazy.
find a seafood place for me for my birthday. But you found one
that you haven't been to.
that I had not been to. It was
Yeah.
in Chelsea Market, Cull and Pistol.
Yeah.
Cull and Pistol.
Pistol, yeah.
Yeah, starred forever because that's some of the best fresh seafood I've had in a very
Yeah,
long
that clam
time.
chowder was hidden.
We ate the whole menu, I feel like.
Yeah.
Did we not?
Just about. The lobster was
grilled
good.
shrimp,
Grilled shrimp,
clam chowder,
clam chowder,
lobster roll,
lobster roll.
whole grilled lobster.
Half. Was it whole or
No,
half?
it was whole. It was whole.
Oh my god.
It was whole. Half. Who do you think I am? I ain't no
That's
half of
like-
a lobster.
It's like amateur hour.
It's not amateur hour. I'm eating the whole lobster. I'm eating the lobster, the whole lobster.
God bless her.
We had rolls,
Oh yeah, we had rolls.
a side of
No, like,
broccolini.
Can we stop? Can we pause on the
Sure.
on the rolls?
Yeah.
These aren't like handout rolls.
Oh no, honey.
These are ordered rolls.
These are ordered. They're curated in a
They're a
cast
side.
iron skillet, like
They're
their
a
own little
side.
skillet.
Yeah.
Wow, they were so good.
And they had this like this one way to the path to my heart is a bit of coarse salt.
Yeah, hello, just a little bit on the top.
Some rough Himalaya too, a little pink Himalaya.
Pink Himalayan is
Or a
delicious.
coarse salt.
Yeah.
Took them rolls to another level.
It was so delightful.
And they're like tear apartable.
The pull apart moment.
Tear apartable? Is that a
pull
apartable?
Pull apartable. Sure. Sure.
It was good
Pull-apartable.
for some rolls.
So good.
They were good.
We saw somebody else getting them and then we ordered them post taste. Post taste. We
That's
ordered
when
them.
you know it's real. When you get table envy,
Yeah.
you look over, you're like,
Yeah.
nope.
We called our server
getting our
over
rolls.
immediately.
Yeah.
We had those, and then it came because it was my
Oysters.
oyster. Oh yeah, oyster. Sorry, how could I forget? For the appetizer,
Like
we had,
a trip around
Yeah.
America's oysters.
and it was so
Both
good.
coasts,
Those
bi-coastal.
oysters were delightful.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
I don't really understand oysters. I just eat them. I don't know what's happening.
it was a
I
breath
get
of
it.
flavor.
I get it, but it's like I don't really.
Oh no, I get it.
Okay.
I get it. It was a breath of flavor.
guess I
Very
don't get
good.
it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Uh-huh.
And then for dessert, we had a key lime
Dessert. I forgot about this.
We had a key lime pie tart. And
Uh-huh.
because it was my birthday, they gave us 2 glasses of prosecco, which kind of got drunk. Not really.
Mm.
Oh, but they did have a
They
good
gave me one.
mocktail.
They mistakenly made 2.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, and they were like, oh, "Oh, you already got your champagne?
Mhm.
Oh, well, we'll take this away." I was like, "Oh, no, you could just might as well just leave that. You
Just
could
leave
just
that
leave that
here.
here.
That
Yes,
is
it's
what
not gonna go to waste.
happened.
It's gonna go
That's
flat.
right. I
Can't put
forgot.
it back in the bottle."
That's what happened.
Yeah. It's like a
Sitting at the
dove.
table
You let it
too.
go, you know?
Yeah. I mean, once you poured it, what you gonna do? You gotta leave
Yeah.
it at the table.
So that was great.
Sauce. That was
Got me
good.
a birthday glass as well.
But that was the full spread. I think I
Mhm.
also had a mocktail and you had a regular cocktail as well.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
I
What would
mean,
you list it out like that?
well, that's what I said. I think we ate the whole menu, and I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed.
But it's a good one. It's in
Yeah,
Chelsea Market. Chelsea Market's
it's very good.
also a nice destination if you're like
Mhm.
hanging out in there and you
Yeah.
know to see the sights. It's near the High Line.
Mhm.
Stop by Cullen Pistol. Tell them
Yeah.
lovers of things sent you out.
They don't know who we are, y'all. But
They're like, oh,
tell them
nice.
somebody told you to go. But that was good. And then afterwards, I was fully surprised at this next piece of it. We ended up seeing Wicked on Broadway. And
Yes.
the funny thing about it is, I don't think Greg realized how much I actually loved Wicked
Mhm.
before going to the show. He chose the show, and you can tell the story if you like, because it was just one that you thought that we would enjoy. He had no idea that I had personal ties to it, which I think was like so
Yeah, and
cute.
I'm glad it exceeded your
Oh my
expectations.
gosh, it was
Yeah, it
wonderful.
was a good show, and I remember. Well, this is the thing. Getting there was a tight squeeze, a tight squeeze,
Oh my
because we was
gosh.
ordering the whole menu at
Yeah, yeah,
Cullen
yeah, yeah.
Pistol
We almost
that we
missed.
forgot we had to leave to catch it to be in our seats at 7.
And I remember I asked him because I had a feeling we were going to some sort of show, right? Because I'm like, we're in the city. If he knows me like I think he knows me, it's going to be some sort of show. So I asked him, I asked Greg, I'm like, so for this show, do we have to like be in our seats by 7? Or like we can just casually stroll in, it like opens at 7.
Mhm.
And he goes on his phone and he's like, we gotta go now.
Yeah, yes. Like,
Because I'm like,
we're like mid dessert, like taking our time, laughing and smiling in each other's faces. And
yeah,
yeah, we had to leave. So
right.
we're in Chelsea, and we had to get all the way up to Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the car, and I set that navigation. I'm going,
Yeah.
and then we're looking at the clock. We're looking at the clock. It's like
Oh, the countdown
we're
is
getting close,
real. Cutting
and
it to the minute.
I had a garage right at the theater.
Mhm, thank God.
Well, at least it was a block up, 2 blocks up
It
actually.
wasn't far, wasn't far.
So we get to that garage, and now it's the dash to get in that because at this point it's like 6:58,
Yeah,
6:59,
we were
something
close,
like
and if
that.
you guys have never been to Broadway or any sort of theater production, once they have, opened the curtain, they're not gonna like, they very
Yeah,
rarely
they
do they
wait.
like you to
Honestly, it's
interrupt.
probably intermission when you could probably get in there.
Yeah, they don't
That's half
like
the
to
show.
break the blackness of the yeah, it just doesn't
Yeah.
work.
So we're rushing, and then we see the doors, and then the lady's like, "Y'all need to rush. They're about to do curtain call, whatever. You get in there." And I started hit
And I'm
get
like,
up,
"Go, babe, go!" Because here's the thing,
and then
I'm not wearing the most run-friendly outfit, mind you.
is she ever?
I'll just walk you through my outfit while we're here. So I had on this really cute two-piece that had like a mini skirt. I had on some really cute tights, but then I also had on 6-inch platform heels or boots, like little platform boots or whatever.
With the fur or without the
What?
fur?
No, no boots with the fur, without the fur.
Okay.
Like very Bratz dolly. Anyway, not the point. I can't run in them shoes. So he had to take off, and I'm like,
And
I'll
then
see you later.
and then Lex and you guys, if you're a longtime listener, you know about Lex and her sashaying.
I love a sachet.
Another sachet moment during a rush.
Like,
Lex's sachet.
I'm trying my best.
And then she did the same thing like the last time you were sashaying in the airport. And you told me, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference. We're a package deal.
No, like
We
at least
come
you can tell them
together.
that woman back there with the 6-inch boots are coming. Is coming. She's
That woman
coming
back there with a 6-inch boot without the fur.
without the fur.
They don't care.
They
They're
do
gonna
care.
close the door.
No. She would. There was a black lady, and she.
That black lady was
No,
not
when
having
I
it.
walked in, she was like, "Sis, you just made it." She literally said that to me. She would have held it for me a little bit.
I
I
don't know
felt
about all
it.
that.
I felt it. There's
But
something
it's the
about
sachet in the heat of the moment that is
it.
just so reliable with you that it's getting out of control.
I do the best I can.
I digress.
Mhm.
So we get in there and we
Yes.
get into our seats. Luckily, our seats were towards the end of the aisle
Yeah,
because we'd
yeah,
have been doing the
yeah. Excuse me, pardon me,
pardon me,
excuse me.
excuse me, sorry, oh, sorry.
We only have to do that once.
Yeah,
We're just
I
good.
had those big old boots on, so I'm stepping on
Oh
toes and
yeah.
stuff like
By the
that.
way, my outfit was ridiculous. So was Greg. Okay, let's be fair. Like Greg was wearing layers and fabrics and
Yeah,
textures as he does. So like, come on, it's
the
not
puffer, the
me.
puffer that I had on.
I'm crying. I'm
It
crying.
honestly, it's.
Oh my god.
I bought this puffer because it's like a statement puffer, of
Yeah,
course.
of course it's
This
a
thing is
statement puppet.
massive. It's like a black Michelin man. It's huge, and I'm just like, my arms just going to the guy. That guy's like kind
Stop
of
it.
resting on my arm.
Oh my
It was
god.
a comedically large puffer, and it's
It's
not
pretty good.
appropriate for Broadway.
No.
Any
Them
type of
seats are
show.
small. They're so tiny.
Yeah, that it was. I was just like ballooned out in that seat. It was ridiculous.
It was so
Um,
good.
but yeah, the show was amazing.
Yeah, the
The
show was
voices on
fantastic.
those actors.
I cried immediately. The minute I knew we were going to Wicked, I was already emotional.
Yeah.
But the minute they sat in the seat and the opening scene happened, I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, I'm literally just sitting there clenching his hand, like tears welling up in my eye. I'm so moved by music. I'm so emotionally taken by it. And
Hmm.
to be able to see it live and know that that was the moment was like a thing for me. I was so happy. So thank you, honey.
Yeah,
It really made my day. It made my whole birthday.
I didn't know there was so many. You had so many ties to Wicked.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you
you
guys
were.
know I'm a band kid, and so, when Wicked was popular, what year is this? 2008, 2007, 2006, 8,
Hmm.
somewhere in there. We played it, in, performance band, concert band,
Yeah.
and I feel like we actually toured. So I was in a concert band that toured the country for competitions and stuff, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Wicked was part of our repertoire. And so I was just familiar with it from a kid, like the
Yeah.
original Broadway cast. And so it's just been a part of the background of my musical life for a very long time. I know all of the songs pretty much. And so like it was just amazing to revisit that
Hmm.
and like have it happen in person. It
Wow.
was just great.
I didn't know any of
Yeah,
this.
yeah. You wouldn't. You didn't know 16-year-old Alexis.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know this was. You had so many connections.
It was beautiful, and it just took me back to, like, first of all, the magic of the theater, but also the magic of music, and the conductor was conducting his butt off, honey, and so
Mm,
for some of those moments, I was like, "Oh, I remember playing that," and, like, the moments and the crescendos and the little technical details. It was just so fun.
yeah.
So fun.
What did you play in band?
I played the clarinet.
Yeah,
First chair, honey.
I've heard it.
Yeah, I was a
First
first
chair.
chair for a number of years, hot as a freshman, first chair. So
As a
yeah.
freshman.
Yeah, mhm.
Ooh, out of control.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Wow.
It was actually a little fight. There was a little competition for the first chair
Yeah.
between me and this girl, Micah, who was a junior. And then, like, I didn't get the first chair the first time, even though I deserved it. So my parents came in and they were like, look,
Hmm.
she's the first chair.
Yeah. They got ears.
They're like,
They
is she
heard it.
not? She's the first chair. And there's a long story, guys. I was the only black. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
Mm,
thing. But yeah, first chair
I love that
clarinetist.
for you.
I'm the girl. I
You
was that
know,
girl.
you had the skills. You had the skills.
But it was fun. It
I'm
was a
glad you
good
enjoyed
time.
it. I'm really happy that you enjoyed it and that there were so many personal connections of that
Mm-hmm.
show to you. And
Yeah.
we didn't even know it.
It was
I didn't even know it, at least.
amazing. Did
Yeah.
you enjoy it though? As someone who's, I would say, a casual fan of
I'm a
the
casual
theater,
enthusiast. Yeah.
what did you think?
I enjoyed it. The talent, the vocal talent was out of control.
Hmm.
I will say that. Um, but yeah, like the story, I was following the story a bit.
Mm.
There was honestly that dinner made me a little sleepy. Made me a little sleepy. I was a little. There was a few nod off moments.
Mm-hmm.
That nod off a little bit,
You did
and then I
not.
look at you, and your eyes are just like, ah. You're just
Because
like,
I'm telling you guys, when I tell you I was emotional the whole time.
yeah.
It was like literally reliving every moment. Like it was so good.
Mhm.
And you were not enough.
Just a little bit. It was
That's okay.
it was the glass of prosecco at the end, and that was unnecessary.
Ooh.
Quite frankly,
The add-on took you over the
the
edge.
add-on took me away. I was a little too greedy,
It
but I
happens.
did enjoy the show. The visuals was great.
Stunning.
You
Stage
you
work.
took me to see Hamilton.
Yes, for your birthday.
Yeah, and I would
Yeah.
say the set design of Wicked,
Mm. Now
that's
that's
next
another
level.
level. Yeah.
That's next level.
I think Hamilton does a really good job with playing with floor work.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
the
Wicked,
moving.
yeah, the
Yeah.
moving floor to kind of change scenes and stuff. And I think Wicked does a really good job of playing with height and
Oh,
drama
wow.
and actual technical
The
features.
backgrounds,
Oh my
the
god. The
it's good stuff.
costumes as well. Can we
Costuming
talk about the Emerald City? In
with
the
the
Emerald
glasses,
City. Yeah.
the glasses.
Oh my god.
We gotta channel that.
Put that on the list.
Put that one on the Halloweens.
We should honestly.
Yeah, but I like the little
Yeah,
glasses.
that was cute. That was cute. That was bomb.
You see, we're here.
Yeah, we're
We're
here. We're
here.
here. We're aligned. Aligned.
Stay
Aligned.
tuned, y'all. October 31st.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. It was great.
Yeah, so I had a really good birthday. It was fantastic. I'm not a big hoopla person when it comes to my birthday. I usually have moments from like my family and friends, and then of course, obviously, hubby. So it's always nice to do something that's uniquely myself for my birthday. I feel like that's kind of our vibe.
Yeah,
We just do something that's unique and special to the person, and this was no different. So thank you, hun buns.
you're welcome.
Well, it's good.
And then what was the rest of your birthday week like?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, technically my birthday weekend. So me and my bestie cousin, I have a cousin who's also my best friend. We we have very close birthdays. I'm born on the 15th, and she's born in February the 19th. And so we sort of were like, "Hey, let's do something with for our birthdays." Initially, she reached
Hmm.
out and wanted to do something for my birthday, but because I'm such a don't make this about me, I'm like, "Let's make it for our birthdays."
Yeah.
Because attention, not so great. And so we went to Arizona. We chose a place that neither of us had been before.
Hmm.
And so we went to Arizona and it was fantastic. For those 3-4 days that we were there, we experienced the natural landscape. We went to a Japanese Zen garden. We went to the botanical gardens
Hmm.
and we ate a lot of food, honey.
Good for
All
y'all.
the native food. And then there was a lot of sleeping and catching up and all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
It was just fantastic. It was the perfect little girls trip.
Yeah, I love
So
y'all friendship.
I have the best time. Yeah.
Y'all could just take a nap.
Yeah, and that's
What we're doing? Take a nap.
I've known Samantha my entire life. I've
No
known her my
itinerary.
entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just kind of made it up as we went, even
Yeah.
though she did a lot of the planning up front. But we've known each other literally our entire lives.
Yeah.
There's no need to put on airs and do extra stuff. You
Y'all know
want to
what
take a
time it
nap?
is.
Let's take a nap.
Take a nap.
You want to get food? Okay. You want to order in? We'll order in.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I love those type of trips where you could just chill for a bit.
Yeah.
That it made me think of our DC trip where we had an entire day
Mm-hmm.
watching Bar Rescue.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Listen, no airs. What are we doing? Watching freaking TV.
Bar Rescue all day.
Yeah.
John Taffer. If anyone has
Oh.
seen Bar Rescue,
Yeah.
this is probably one of the best shows ever. It's him losing it.
Undisputedly one of the best shows ever.
Yeah, losing his mind
Yeah.
in these scenarios with these bar owners. It is
Mhm.
hilarious and it is great television.
It's actually one of the things that we look forward to doing if we're in a hotel room and we know we're going to be spending time there for a trip.
We'd be like, oh, it's Bar Rescue.
Let's get Bar Rescue on. Because it's such a good, like, filler
Oh, man.
television.
And he just crescendos into this spaz out moment. And
Mhm.
shut it down.
Shut
Like,
it down.
it's just so good.
This is a mess back here. What do you think? You're going to kill the customers.
You're gonna kill somebody.
You're going to kill somebody.
It's always the health and sanitation. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
He immediately disrespects them and pulls out some like moment
Yeah.
about their some weakness they have.
Oh, yeah.
Like, tell everyone how much debt you're in. How much?
Or tell them why your wife is leaving you and she won't let you see the kids. Tell them. I'm like, well, God,
Taffer,
how did
yo.
you notice?
It's so out of control. There was a moment of vulnerability when they told
Right?
you
I
that.
was like, have you no soul? Have you no heart?
That if anyone who's watched that show is like can so relate.
Yeah,
It's so good.
It's
And
classic.
if you ever
television.
see it, if you haven't seen it, just watch
Yeah.
one episode.
You have to.
One
It's
episode.
good to
It
on a
is
Saturday at 2.
Craziness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
That was my weekend.
yeah.
That was my weekend. It's been it's quite a blessing. Another
Mhm.
year of life is always a good thing. You know, as you get older, more mature is like the word I like to use.
more
As you
mature.
mature and go through your seasons of life, you become uniquely aware of how precious life is, how fragile life is.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't look forward to the year that's coming. It's like, oh, especially as you get, oh, I'm getting older, I'm getting older. It's a blessing to get older.
Hmm.
It's a blessing. I can think of so many people who didn't make it to this age, who, didn't make it to the next year, even if they
Yeah.
were older than myself. And so it's a blessing to get to another year, and I don't take it for granted. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
I love that. Yeah.
Now, speaking of things to be thankful for, okay, that's a bad
That's giving
transition.
Thanksgiving
Yeah, it
transition.
ain't all that.
What you thankful? What you about to get into? You thankful about
I'm
something?
thankful for this little bit of tea. Okay,
Tea. What kind of
I
tea?
want to break this down with you.
TT or TT?
Tea.
I don't know what that
A
means.
little bit of gossip, a little bit of
Oh,
let's
okay.
dissect
Okay.
this. Oh God, Gregory, follow along,
Hey,
follow
there's many.
along.
We just had a whole tea talk
Oh,
earlier.
that's true. We
I'm trying to
did
get into more
literal
tea.
tea. Like what type of tea? Okay, let me rephrase that. A little bit of urban gossip that I want to I want to dissect.
Okay, I'm following.
You know, we're right there.
Yeah.
Shade
Yeah.
room. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
we're there.
What's the other one? I watch. I follow.
Ooh,
Hoodville.
Hoodville. Okay, now listen. Tell the
That's my
people.
guilty pleasure.
Exposed.
I love that account.
Exposed much?
It's so out of control. But they don't really do gossip. It's just foolery.
Yeah. All in the same vein. So
Yeah.
we're there. We're there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Common and Jennifer Hudson are dating.
I figured as much. He's always dating somebody.
No. We're not walking
I
past
don't know.
this.
Every time I see him, he's in a relationship.
And that's what
with
I
someone
want. That's what I want to discuss.
of prominence.
Someone of prominence.
And that is like hyper talented, and
yeah.
that's all you know about his relationships is that they're in a relationship, and that's about it.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm trying to figure out, number one, how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
How is Common able to connect himself romantically with some of the best of our community? And number two, none of them women don't fit the bill. Like, you done
So
been...
to get to the next level,
none
yeah.
of them fit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's always like, okay.
Like, does he...
I know I don't think it's going to go anywhere, so I'm like, okay.
No. I think we need to talk about this.
Common... commitment issues?
Well, apparently not, because he's in long-term relationships with these women. It's not like he's casually dating them. He claims them publicly. They're out doing things. He was just on Jennifer Hudson's show.
Ways, but
that's a long-term relationship. It's serious. But
then in Hollywood and celebrity world, does anyone really ever stay together though?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Maybe he's doing the thing that celebrities do.
I think he dates quite a bit, and that's his prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to go down the list of people that he has dated because, again, they're all of prominence, right?
Yeah.
Did you know he has a daughter? By the way, his first relationship was with somebody named Jill Jones or something like that. Kim Jones. He was with Kim Jones sometime in the 90s.
Is that someone?
We don't know who she is.
An actor of some sort?
I don't know who she is. I couldn't find a picture of her, but apparently they have a child together. I didn't even know he was a father.
Okay.
But then after that, he dated Erykah Badu. We're aware of this.
Well, I mean,
Love of My Life, one of the best songs ever.
Yeah.
Love of my life, you are my friend. That one.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a bop.
Yo, some of the best music comes out of these messy relationships.
We saw her at Essence Fest.
Yes, we did. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a moment in time. So they dated, right? Okay, fine.
Which is like, Erykah Badu should be the end all be all.
Like, who else could you possibly? Who else?
I feel like you can't. She's like a dragon. You can't like.
you can't tame Erykah, right?
Badu.
She allows you to be in her
she's
ether.
A phoenix, you know?
I want to, if I want to be Erykah Badu when I grow up, like truly, if I can get to Erykah Badu level of just like vibes and energy and cool, I would have made it in life.
Yeah.
So he dated her, like the supreme, but then he also dated Taraji P. Henson in 2005. Okay. Taraji P. Henson, pre-Oscar Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
You know, just like floating around.
Hustle and Flow. Is that Hustle?
Hustle and Flow, Taraji
2005-ish?
Yep, that's around that time. Right? Mm-hmm. So he dated Taraji P. Henson during that time. And then, from 2007.
I think I know who this
is. Take a guess.
Come on. I don't want to guess because I felt messed up your list.
Nah. Go.
Queen Latifah.
No. Queen Latifah is, doesn't date men.
Did he date her?
He was in a movie with her. Queen Latifah has been...
That was a movie. I thought that was...
Gregory, please.
You never played in the NBA?
Queen Latifah is a proud member of the LGBTQIA plus community.
But that was the movie, right?
That was the movie. That wasn't real life. Queen Latifah got a whole wife and kid.
I just had a visual of them dating for the movie. I thought it was...
Queen Latifah?
I thought it was real life.
Wait, Queen Latifah ain't never been with no man. I'm not asking you no more questions. I'm gonna just go down the list because you
I thought it was a. I just had photographic
Oh,
memory of
Gregory,
just them
please.
courtside. But that was a movie.
That was the movie.
First of all, what's she doing dating him on a movie? I guess that's acting.
That's acting. Guys, if you are not watching this on YouTube, you absolutely should because Gregory and I are literally in tears.
I really thought that
Oh
was a
my
good answer
god.
too.
No. It's
Who is
Serena
it?
Williams.
Oh, okay, Serena Williams. Okay.
Yeah, for the record, Queen Latifah is happily in a relationship with her partner.
Serena Williams is now married and has children with the guy that
Yes.
started the Gumball 3000.
Listen, talk about,
Do you know about the Gumball 3000?
I don't know. All I know is that he's stacked with coin, and that's all I care about. She done leveled up to the point where she married a multi-millionaire.
Good for her.
And I love that for her.
Good
But
for
they
them.
dated though from 2007
Yeah,
to 2010.
They're both lucky to have each other.
They're very lucky to have. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Serena's
Gumball 3000. If you
an
don't know,
entity.
this is for the car guys.
Oh boy, hard left.
Gumball 3000 is a rally.
Oh,
Right, not a race. It's a rally.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like people with supercars enthusiastically driving across the country.
exciting
And
work.
I think Gumball 3000 is U.S. or is it? I don't think it's Europe. I could be getting that wrong, but he started this event. I think they still do it every year. You kind of slow down during pandemic, but yeah, they do it.
I don't
know if you care about this, but
no, I mean somebody
if we get
does.
to the point,
Somebody
where
does.
we purchase a supercar,
Yeah,
we're gonna do a rally like that.
I'm here for it.
We gotta do it.
Listen, I love dabbling in your hobbies as well.
Yeah,
we'll be there. I didn't know that about him.
yeah,
I
maybe
just
we'll do it
know
with them, with Serena now.
with Alex Ohanian and Serena Williams.
Yeah.
And yeah, by the way, I did not mean to mean that Serena Williams by herself is not fantastic without her husband. Clearly, she is Serena Williams. So
I don't think anyone's doubting that.
I mean, yeah, she is Serena Williams, but she's happily married and just had her second baby.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just had her second baby. And this one I did not know. From 2017 to 2018, he dated Angela Rye. Do you know who Angela Rye is?
Is that
the political commentator?
Personality?
Yeah, like a political commentator, journalist, beautiful woman. I had no idea that they dated. But this is, the caliber of woman that this man is able to get in his snare.
Yeah.
How is he able to do it? And then he dated Tiffany Haddish, which I think that was a fluke. I don't know what that was about.
Hey, she's funny.
Is she?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tiffany Haddish is a comedian.
Nah,
She's funny.
No.
She is funny. You cannot. No.
No, we're not doing that.
She does. She is a comedian. She performs comedy.
Does
she makes people laugh. Therefore, she's a funny person.
I think there's critique about whether...
You may not find her funny.
I don't find her funny.
But she is funny.
She's funny to somebody, and I'll give it that.
She's funny to a lot of people.
She's funny. Who?
Everyone.
No, not everyone.
Not everyone.
No.
But like enough to sustain herself financially in her living. That's successful.
I don't know. I feel like Tiffany. Anyway, another conversation for another day.
It's like the conversation we had about comedy last time.
Yeah.
It's a musician
Objective.
that has,
or
I'm not necessarily like a name an artist.
Mhm.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
I like a couple of songs, but I don't like his entire catalog.
Mhm.
Am I gonna say he's not a good singer or not like pop, not successful in singing?
Look at you.
I will say he is, even though I'm not a fan.
I'll give it to her. Tiffany Haddish is a comedian and a funny actress.
Yes.
Who dated Common.
Yeah, she did.
There you go.
What year was that?
That's all I'm going to give her. That's 2020 to 2021.
Okay.
But now he's dating Miss Jennifer Hudson, and all I'm saying is I don't know what this man got floating around. I don't know what type of pheromones he be putting off. I don't know what type of praying he done did to God, but he just always seems to get the cream of the crop. I don't know how he does it.
Why? It's like he's collecting infinity
He's
stones. What's the goal here?
Infinity stones.
What's the end game?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, if I wouldn't date him. I'm like, what's the point? Unless it was just like for vibes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. It's very mysterious. It's very odd to me.
Yeah, I'm like, so none of these fantastic women, but maybe his goal is not to settle down. Not everyone's goal is.
Right. To live his life and to flow through life and, experience these connections and build off of them and end them.
and move on.
I guess.
Wow. Aspirational work there, Common.
More power to him.
Aspirational work. But I just had to mention that because I'm like, wow, we got to talk about the fact that Common has, to your point, garnered another Infinity Stone in Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
an EGOT winner.
Yeah, that's his standards now.
That's his standards.
And now I've got to wipe this memory in my head of him and Queen Latifah, and that was not a real thing. That was a
Not
movie.
real.
It's a movie. All right. Well, the more you know,
The
right?
more you
The more you
know.
know. This
Oh
is a
my
learning
gosh.
program, y'all.
I love it. I love it. Learning and growing.
Speaking of learning and growing,
Sure.
can I transition?
Go ahead.
All right. So we had the recent storms, right?
Oh yeah.
And then our basement windows exhibited some leaking, some rainwater
You're
leaking, right?
putting it so mildly.
Because
Like,
I'm not trying to
feel
make that
like-
the story. Right?
Okay.
So they've exhibited some leaking,
Mhm.
aka flooding.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it was. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I need to get these windows replaced.
Mhm.
But let me implement a fix in the meantime
Sure.
to kind of hold back any additional water ingress,
Mhm.
if you will.
Water ingress. All right, thesaurus.
I know words.
All right.
I know words.
I'm here for it.
So I was like, so I did some research online, and they're
Mhm.
like, oh, you can caulk the windows. You can do caulking.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can caulk the windows, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Of course you can, hun.
so I look up the YouTube videos, I buy
Mhm.
the equipment,
Mhm.
and one thing about me, when I'm gonna go buy some tools for a job, I'm gonna buy some stuff. I'm gonna get the best of the best,
Yeah.
top shelf,
Yeah, you don't
have
ever.
all the tools,
You don't
right?
cut corners
Cut
with
corners,
that.
because the tools be like $20 or $40. $40, let's
Just
do
get the
it,
40
run it.
bucks.
You know, get the best one.
Run it.
You know, I'm not like nickel and dime here. I'm not running a business. It's
Sure.
just one job I'm never going to use again.
Sure.
So I got my tools. I set myself up. I got all my process down. I got my station set up near the windows.
Mhm.
I'm set up and I'm ready to go.
You're always well prepared.
And then I begin caulking, and then it gets messy. And this stuff, because of course I bought the top shelf. It's
Right.
like getting all over the place. My hands are covered in
Oh
caulk.
wow! Did you get the little smoother? Did you get the smoother?
I don't know anything about the smoother, babe.
Okay,
I'm just out here winging it.
No, it's
So
fine.
so
Yeah.
I'm caulking. I'm applying on broad surfaces,
Mhm.
and it's looking rough. It was
Okay.
looking rough, and yeah, it looked like a 5-year-old did it, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Oh.
But it was bad,
Yeah.
and this reminded me of this bit by Sebastian Maniscalco.
Mhm. Oh, I
He
love him. He's so funny. Now
Yeah,
he's
he is
funny.
He's funny.
Yeah,
He's
he's funny.
And he says, you're either born a contractor or you're born to call a contractor.
Uh-oh.
And you know which one I am.
Oh yeah, you're born to call a
I'm born to
contractor every time.
Thumbtack on the ready.
Quick.
Like,
Quick.
I'm good for that. But yeah, that job was like, this is out of control. Like, I'm way outside of I'm way in left field here.
Mhm.
And this is not looking pretty. But that thing is sealed up. I liberally applied the
Good,
caulking, and it looks
good.
bad.
Oh, it gets the job done.
Yeah, and like every time I do this type of stuff, I think of my dad. Like he's
Mhm.
an electrician.
Mhm.
He's he made he took care. He fed us and took care of us
Yeah.
from his hands.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
From his
like
hands.
he was out here.
He's the
He was out
contractor.
here building things,
Yeah.
making the world a place.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here click clacking on a keyboard, sending emails. Right. So and to be fair, like my dad was able to like get all this stuff done because he had the skills. Also, like he
Yeah.
had a network of people in the community
Oh yeah, that's
that
true.
like they would barter
Sure.
like stuff. He's an electrician. He knew a plumber. The plumber would come
Mhm.
over do the plumbing job. He'll help them with electricity. Or he knew a HVAC guy. Or
Yeah.
he'll know a guy for windows, and he would just they would all barter their skill sets.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's amazing,
What's
actually.
what skill set I got to? I'm gonna what? Give them some
Uh,
photography?
Maybe
Uh,
you could give them
Design
some
their jewelry?
processes
Do they need
to
to?
implement.
Are they standing up a gas turbine? Maybe I can help them with that. Like, like I have no. Do they need a suit made?
Yeah.
I can make them a suit.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe.
There you go.
I'm about to.
I like that.
Is there a fair swap?
Yeah.
A
yeah.
window for a suit?
I
Like,
think
is that
so.
a fair swap?
That gives even.
That gives even,
that
right? A
gives
custom
even.
made suit. Okay,
Mhm.
maybe I could dig into my my old contacts.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like these That's one thing I am jealous about
Mhm.
is these people that are pillars in their communities,
Mhm.
and they have these connections, and they can like, like if I have to go on Thumbtack and find these people to do these things, but
Yeah.
like somebody just knows a guy or they know somebody else, and that's something I'm so jealous about,
Mm.
and I wish I knew more things like that and stuff like. But anyways, it really highlights like the importance of DIY
Ah,
and doing
yeah.
things yourself.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that whenever I'm like scrolling on Instagram,
Hmm.
I always see these people who are doing DIY things in their home, and
Yeah.
it always sparks a huge bit of inspiration for me
Hmm.
because I'm like, oh my gosh, we could do that in our own home, or we could do that. And I always want to test the waters of what we can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Because I think there's small pieces of character that you can add to your home that you can do yourself. They're not
Right.
huge projects. But I also do realize that like it's also a time thing. It's also
A
like
skill
you have to
thing.
have a skills. And sometimes like the project is you learning the skill, right? Sometimes the project is the lesson.
Okay.
And I have to embrace the fact that that's a thing. For instance, I want to put some board and batten on in the hallway.
Yeah.
I've seen people do it 1,000 times on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I've seen it,
Yeah,
right?
they make it look like it only takes
Yeah, like it takes like a
like
day.
a
And these are
day.
women, by the way. Like I'm not seeing men in construction sites doing stuff. These are literally moms,
Hmm.
stay-at-home moms
Yeah.
with their toolkits putting stuff on the wall.
Right.
I should be able to do that, right? I feel inspired to do that.
Hmm.
But then I'm like, well, do I have the measuring tape? And do I have that little cutty thingy for the
Yeah.
wood?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do I have the little But then I'm like, you know what? If I invest in those things up front, if I'm looking to do these DIY projects over the next 2 years, investing in those tools so I can get the lesson in doing the work, even if it's not perfect, may be worth it in the end because then I'll have a new skill set that I can then carry for the rest of my life. And I think that's where I'm at with it with smaller things.
Right.
You
And
know, I think I
I
can do it.
like that way of thinking, but also I'm thinking about like all these tools you accumulate.
Yeah, look at you. Look at
Like
you. Look at you. Already thinking it.
I've got like I have this tiny little saw
Mhm.
that I bought.
Mhm.
Kind of like this caulk gun that I bought,
Yeah.
right? And
Mhm.
when am I gonna caulk again?
Well,
Maybe
you
I
may.
may, I may.
I
But
think you
I
may.
may.
Caulking, I think,
The
is
caulk
gonna come into more more handy than you
Look,
think.
she's already signing me up for more honeydew list
I am. I'm
items.
like, now that I know you have this, actually the
Okay.
bathroom.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely do it. But I have like, for example, I have this little tiny saw
Mhm.
that I bought to cut behind a spigot.
Mhm. Well, that's a
When
very
am I gonna use
specific
that?
task,
I also
cutting.
have like a little pipe cutter that's like a little. It's made to cut
Mhm.
1/2 inch to 1.5 inch pipes.
Mhm.
I used it once. When am I like? I have all these little tools, and I
Mhm.
guess it'll come in useful all day.
Yeah.
But that's why I love like Lowe's or Home Depot and their like tool rental
Yeah, you can rent
programs.
things. Mhm.
And because it's like, do I need a table saw for this?
No,
I could
probably
just rent it.
not. Mhm.
So I love that flexibility.
Yeah.
Also, tapping into them neighbors. It's a good thing too. Like, hey, do
Yeah,
you
our
got
neighbor
this?
has shared some things with us.
And then
Mhm.
you can work around your community as well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that's kind of I'm kind of like on the fence about it. Like I love
Mhm.
certain projects, I love certain DIYs,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I'm thinking about what the tools I gotta buy and
Mhm.
the time I'm gonna learn to do it
Mhm.
versus like hiring someone. What's the difference?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I think I just lean more if it's small things because my personality is just one of, you know me, I'm a try it. I'm always
Hmm.
just going to try it and see how far I can get with most stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think I take that view to smaller projects. Now, I ain't taking on no piping and all that kind of stuff. What you call it? Piping, all that kind of stuff.
Piping.
I ain't
Yeah, yeah,
doing
yeah.
all that.
You're not doing all
I
that
ain't on
plumbing and
nobody's
all that.
roof. Yeah, that's what it is, plumbing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that. But I can put up some stuff on the wall. I
Right.
can change a this and a that. I can
Mm.
change a light. I can do things like that.
Hmm.
So I think that's what I'm thinking about, especially because we have aligned on what our kind of 2024. God, saying 2024 is so weird.
Yeah.
Our 2024 home update goals are,
Yeah.
and I think some of those can be DIY.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
A lot of them
Mhm.
can be.
The upstairs is revamped for sure. Like the hallway board and batten, I want to be able to
Hmm.
do. The small updates we want to do in our master bath, I want to be able to do.
Right.
Like the
Right.
changing of the faucets and updating our mirrors and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that is DIYable.
For sure.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
even a little bit of wallpaper action.
Yes, we wanna put
It's a
some
good one.
wallpaper. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
What other
So,
things do we have aligned for the
s-
house, though? I feel like there are a
oh, for the
couple of things.
house,
Yeah.
so much. It's never ending.
It's never ending.
There's so much. Well, obviously there's stuff in the bedroom,
Mhm,
things we want to do there.
mhm.
Adding a little tiny shelf. Where else? What if you think about the basement? We're gonna definitely do some built-ins
Oh,
there.
yeah,
But
the basement is the big one.
yeah, this is basically mirroring my things I love list. So
Oh, it
I can
is?
get into the things I love. Yeah.
Oh, you have a thing
Yeah.
you love
I've
list.
yeah, I've got a things I love for the
Things we
love.
love. Transition, transition.
Shimmer.
Shh. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, gunshot. Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, da,
So
da.
for today's things I love,
Yeah.
I'm gonna highlight DIY items that you can do that are super easy.
Oh.
Like you don't gotta rent a pickup truck. You don't need a bandsaw. You know what I mean? You don't need scaffolding. These are DIY projects that you could just do yourself
Mhm.
and that are pretty easy.
Go for it.
So I think the first thing I love from the easiest. Doesn't go from easiest to slightly harder.
The scale is from 1 to 3.
Yeah, it is like I'm talking like
1
small
over
wins,
3.
people.
Yeah.
As they say, low hanging fruit.
Hello, low hanging fruit. You've been in corporate too long. That's crazy.
Let's circle back
That's
on that.
wild.
So the first easy DIY is so easy
Yeah.
is your kitchen pulls. Your cabinet, your
Oh.
door, the cabinet pulls,
Yeah.
the drawer pulls. It's a very easy way to refresh a space.
Mhm.
And you just gotta purchase it, get yourself a screwdriver.
Mhm.
You burn 30 minutes to do it, and you did it. You feel successful. You go treat yourself with a seafood dinner because you did it.
Yes, from Hook and Reel.
Right. Such an easy. It was one of the first things we did when we moved in here.
Oh,
They had
immediately. I
some
hated the
very
kitchen pools.
distasteful
Oh my
pulls,
gosh, too much. What do you call it? Like too much
embellishments,
embellishment, too much detail.
tacky,
Oh,
tacky.
period. Call it what it is. We're calling a thing in 2024. It's tacky.
That was one of the things
Yeah.
that steered away certain bidders from this house. Was those pulls?
Those
They're
pulls.
like, oh, look at this. Oh,
Oh,
look at
we
this
can't
kitchen.
do it.
Yeah.
But we saw the vision.
Yeah, we saw the vision. Just
Love
swap
it.
them pulls out. Pulls out. That's a very easy one.
Very.
Now going up in complexity, just slightly,
Okay.
not too much.
Okay.
Not too much.
Take them up a step.
Just a slight wall
Mhm.
shelvings, like we said.
Oh yeah,
Just
that's
a little bit of
easy.
wall shelving. Get you some anchor bolts.
Mhm.
Get you a stud finder. You you think you're doing it, yo? You get a little pencil. You know what those flat carpenter pencils, the flat ones. You ever see
Oh my
those?
gosh, yes, of course. My
That
dad
you have
worked
to
in
sharpen with
contracting.
a knife.
Mhm.
You know, because
Yeah.
go all in. so,
I've been
so
crying this whole episode.
so install some wall shelvings.
Yeah.
Easy win.
Easy
And this
win.
same feeling as the kitchen pool. You feel so successful.
Yeah.
You're like, look at this hard work.
Wow.
Wow, I did it. All right.
I love it.
So going up now, this is a bit of a leap in
Okay.
complexity. I'm
Okay.
gonna be honest.
Turn it up.
It's a bit of a leap,
Mhm.
but closet built-ins from IKEA.
Ah, that's a bit of a dial up.
Now,
Worth the investment.
worth the investment and the payoff on that.
Woo!
You really feel like you're doing something.
Oh my
then you feel
gosh.
like a carpenter. You really it's like, look at this built-in. But you're just good at reading pictures.
Yeah.
You know, you're good at reading pictures and
following
instructions.
instructions.
There you go.
That's it. That's all it takes.
So get yourself an IKEA closet built-in.
Yeah.
And you've transformed the space.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Significantly. I agree. I love our IKEA built-ins.
Yeah, and still going up in complexity.
Go ahead.
Some can argue this may be less complex than IKEA built-ins or more, but like you're saying, the accent wall, like a board and batten,
Oh, nice
or
and easy.
like an accent geometric wall, if you wanted to really bring a little bit more dimension to a space. You may have to rent a saw for that,
Potentially.
or you can probably have the folks at the stores, like the Home Depots or Lowe's, cut the pieces for you if you have everything measured out. But that's another easy win.
And can
And
I
that's
say,
yeah.
that is something that we plan on doing. So I'm looping it back to the basement as one of our big projects.
Mhm.
Is adding wood slats as an accent piece on the
Right.
walls
Yeah.
in our basement.
Yeah.
I look
For
forward to
sure.
that actually.
Yeah, accent wall, you paint it,
Mhm.
you in there. And, for the last thing I love, DIY, easy DIY edition,
Easy.
it's redoing your kitchen backsplash.
Hmm.
Surprisingly, a pretty easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You just pull them off, and then
Mhm.
you get all the plaster material and
Mhm.
the stuff, and there's lots of videos on that, and it's actually pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
As a man of leisure, I am very critical about the DIY projects that I take on,
Yes, we've learned.
but a backsplash redo would be well in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, and can I say that a backsplash redo, not only is it simple and it's easy, but it's one of the quickest way to transform the look of your kitchen, believe it or not.
That's
If you
right.
have a kitchen where you do not have a backsplash, adding one
Next level.
elevates the room immediately.
Yeah,
Immediate return on investment with that.
yeah. So
Mhm.
those are the things I love. Do you have any things you love?
I do. My things
Mhm.
I love kind of are adjacent to what it is that you're talking about. These things that you can easily do. But more so in the vein of inspiration from an aesthetic perspective. I
Okay.
like to get inspiration for my DIYs based on what I've seen other people do. Because that
Yeah.
confirms for me that I can do it too, right?
Right,
So
right.
easy things that can be updated. So I have two Instagram creators that I absolutely love following. Both of these are women home DIYers, and they are taking us through the journey of updating various rooms in their home. The first one is the Edgewood home. I love the Edgewood home because they have a particular aesthetic that
Mm.
is moodier, but super detailed. So that board and batten that I was telling you guys about that I want to do, I saw the runner or the owner
Mm.
of the Edgewood
Yeah.
home house do it. She did it. Looks beautiful, super simple. She gives you the dimensions. She gives you the size of the wall, the
Oh,
tools that
yeah,
she
yeah.
uses. Like she details everything out in her blog posts. And then has the visual counterpart to that on Instagram. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get the full details of how she's transforming her home. And it's so inspirational to see her do it. So I absolutely love that one. So that one I love.
So, like, helps, like, make it feel, like,
Yeah,
achievable
it's
when you see it, like, come to
achievable.
life, and
Yeah.
it didn't take that much.
Yeah, because sometimes when you see it, you're like, "Oh, that's cool. I think I can do that." But what's that small thing she used there? Or
Mm.
what is that piece of something called? Not all of us, are familiar with that kind of stuff. And she lays it all out. She's great.
Yeah. And that was
Um,
that account?
the Edgewood Home.
It's, like, on Instagram, all the socials?
All the socials, the Edgewood Home, one word.
Okay.
The next one, again, one word, is Live Pretty on a Penny. This is a black female DIYer.
Mhm.
And her just design eye is gorgeous. And so I like following her for sort of design inspiration. But recently she redid her basement in a way that I'm like, oh, copy paste, copy
Yeah.
paste. Like I want that exact thing. And similar to the Edgewood home, she'll detail exactly the things that she did to make it achievable for her
Mhm.
and her family. The one project in particular that I am interested in recreating is her built-ins. We want to be able to do built-ins here in the basement in order to be able to have some additional storage, also just generally elevate the space, add some detail to things.
Right.
And so she used a combination of stock cabinetry as well as IKEA cabinetry in order to create her custom built-ins. And I want
Right.
to use that exact framework, literally copy paste for the basement. So y'all keep me accountable, okay? Check in on me to see if I'm all right in a couple of months when I take on that
Mm.
project. But the name again is Live Pretty on a Penny. Absolutely love her.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Cause like,
Yeah.
I know you said you wanna tap into their vibes for the
Yes.
homes. I wanna
Mm-hmm.
see it. I wanna see
Yeah.
what they've been doing.
It's dark, it's moody, it's very mature.
Mhm.
And I think because our home is so minimal and mid-century modern that being able to add some more of those characterful elements to the home is going to be fun. And in particular for the basement, I'm ready for the basement to look like something totally different than the rest of the home. I want it to be dark. I want it to feel cozy. I want it to feel like a space where when people enter it, it feels like a totally different part of the home.
Right.
So I'm committed to the transformation of this room, and
Yeah.
it will happen in 2024. I'm saying it,
I'm
it
here for
will
it.
happen.
Well, you know you got my support.
Thank you,
I'll
honey.
do the caulking.
You'll do the caulking, and we'll likely have to hire out.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we got it.
But that's it. Those are the two things I love. I hope that
Mhm.
you guys follow those two creators because creators needs your visual support, your likes and comments the same way we do on this
Yeah, check
podcast.
them out. We'll put their links below.
Absolutely.
And didn't you have like a thing you love about like how you can retrofit or update an IKEA,
Yes, that's another thing. In terms of the
like
IKEA
IKEA stuff?
cabinetry
Yeah.
and things like that, I know a lot of us will look at that and think like it's kind of basic. And true, that's the point of IKEA for it to be like, simple, easy things for you to put together. But there is this website, thank you for reminding me, hun, called Semihandmade. That is SEMI handmade. So like sort of handmade, semi-handmade.
Mhm.
And what they do is provide those foundational pieces like fronts of cabinets, shelving, hardware that you can retrofit onto your IKEA cabinetry in order to make it feel a little more cool and a little more expensive.
Yeah.
So you'll buy the whole IKEA bit, but you'll go to Semi Handmade to buy, for instance, the door that
Right.
has a different sort of
Or the
design element or
pulls.
the
Yeah.
pulls or little things like that. But it's a wonderful resource, especially if you're someone who's just looking for those small elements to update that Greg was talking about, your shelving and your pulls. Semi Handmade is a really good place to be able to get some unique options for that.
Yeah, and it helps create like a designer cabinet look,
Mm-hmm.
custom cabinet look,
Mm-hmm.
while having the foundation of a
Yeah.
well-made
Yeah.
IKEA product.
For sure.
Because IKEA stuff, they are priced well, but they're
Mm-hmm.
also designed very well too.
Very
They're
well.
very intelligently designed,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very easy to assemble,
Mm-hmm.
and to have to match that. But like you're saying, they're liking that like dope aesthetic
Yeah,
sometimes.
very much
But
so.
to match that with like a designer appearing
Hmm.
facade to it, it's a nice combination. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's like you get the custom, almost luxury curated feel without having to pay the price. And that's a win-win if you ask me.
There you go.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. Any other things we love for the people before we
No.
go for the day?
No, I think that's it. It's all about DIY. And I'm curious to hear if you guys have any 2024 home resolutions, DIY projects that you're taking on. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us follow your journey the same way you guys are going to follow ours. It's going to be an interesting year for all things DIY. So, what you doing in your house? What you got going on?
And as in
Let us in.
the words of Sebastian Maniscalco, let us know if you were the contractor or you called a contractor.
Yeah. I'd
Because
be curious to know
we all know what
too.
side I'm on most 9 times out of 10.
I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
But I guess we can have the folks. We got any news for the folks? Basically, things for the folks to do that have gotten to this point
Of
of the pod.
course. If you listen, then you know we love you because clearly you love us. You listen to an hour plus of us just chatting it up. But go ahead and share this podcast with your friends and family because this is a community, guys. We are sharing this information with you so that you can share and bless it to somebody else. So share. We have an Instagram that you guys should follow, Lovers and Things. But we are also now on YouTube and TikTok.
Yes.
So follow us on both of those places and feel free to share any videos that you see there. Share the love, share the love. Let's grow the community. Another DIY goal. Let's do it ourselves in terms of growing this podcast community. So like and share, please.
Yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we only asked for that one thing.
That's it.
Yeah, I ain't got no ads interrupting your
We
flow.
don't ask for much
It's
now.
one nice smooth podcast
That's
with no
it.
interruptions.
We let y'all live a little bit.
Tap in.
Yeah, that's all we ask.
Tap in.
Light work.
But yeah, this was yet another episode of the Lovers and Things podcast.
Absolutely.
Keep loving the things.
And loving your people. It's so, so important.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.